Be me. Go on picnic with family outside of Huancayo, Peru. We used to live there. Go to foggy area. Pretty chill day. Eat our lunch and decide to explore the local mountainside. Fog began to clear up by then. Notice all the little caves dotting the mountainside. Spend next 3 hours looking through all the caves. Most are super shallow and nothing really of interest. We saved the big cave for last. We all head in and notice a worn path slightly up the side. Take it and look over. Fucking skeleton is right there. The head is severed and the rest of the body is scattered all around. My sister takes her hat off and snaps a pic of the skelly. Friend with us claims it was a young woman. I don't know if it was true. Spend rest of the day spooked. Here's the actual mountain. Have 13-year-old sister. She's a Stacy level normal friend. Only game she plays is Skyrim. Never see her play because of work. Assume she has an OP level 80 character. Today, at home because my work contract expired last week, she comes into my room and asks if she can play. Load the game up for her. Look through her character sheet and inventory. Notice her character is shit. Level 6 with a basic steel sword. Her only good skill is sneak. Also notice her inventory is filled with generic clothes, rings, and necklaces. She hasn't even started the main quest. The only thing of note is that her character is a vampire. Ask her what the fuck she's been doing this entire time. Doesn't respond. Looks through her book bag instead. Pulls out her laptop. Opens a Word document. Okay, Anon. Name a city in Skyrim. Riverwood. Anon, that's not a city, but okay. She fast travels into Riverwood. First NPC she runs into is Sigrid. She'll make a nice target. What? This is what I do, Anon. I kill people in this game. For the next 2 hours, she stalks Sigrid from the shadows. She's constantly typing notes in her laptop. She writes down where Sigrid is at a given time. She writes down who she talks to, what she talks about, and what chores she does. Eventually, she predicts a time and location where Sigrid will be isolated. Tells me every other day at dawn, Sigrid treks to the village outskirts to collect water. Her schedule for collecting water happens to overlap with a guard change, so Sigrid will be alone. Sigrid shows up as expected. Sister sneaks up behind her, waits for an agonizing minute, and then kills her. Loots Sigrid and takes her cloak. Dumps Sigrid's corpse into the river. Watch as Sigrid's body floats away. My face when I realized those generic garments and jewelry pieces in her inventory are mementos of her victims. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Is my little sister going to be a serial killer when she grows up? I got one from a few months back when doing a month of training in Louisiana. Be me in an army spending a few weeks sucking in the Louisiana woods. Get put in charge of a listening/observation post with 2 other guys about an hour before dark. Settling in for the night. Give sectors, stage gear for quick exfil in case of contact, eat dinner, take piss, and etc. I'm on the 3 o'clock. Just finished eating as darkness was falling. Throw my MRE trash at a tree 10 meters or so away and put on my NVGs. We sit there for maybe a good hour before we start hearing shit moving around us through the brush. Hear a snarl and tactically shit myself as something fast and hairless with a snub face and long torso runs maybe 3 feet past me to my trash. Looks at me as I jump up and yell. It growls. Ugliest thing I've ever seen. It looked like a skinned cat, but the size of a German Shepherd. Go for my rifle. Lol blanks, but why not? Look back up, and it's gone. Receive contact for giving away position by yelling, and run back to our platoon. Did not sleep that night. I swear, it was unlike any animal I have ever seen. It was fucking terrifying. Pig related. Kind of what it looked like, but it sprinted real weird. Almost like an alligator real close to the ground. Friend died years ago in car crash. Have him added on Steam still. playing games at 2 a.m. one night. He suddenly comes online. "Hey, bro, bud." He used to call me bro, bud all the time. He logs off before I can even respond. Hasn't been online since. I don't know if someone got into his account or what, but it was the creepiest fucking shit I've ever experienced. Have real life friend die. Have her added on BattleNet still. Notice late one night she's online on WoW. On her main character in a low level zone. She's not responding to whispers or anything. Fly around to find her in the zone she's in. She's teleporting around and rubber banding like crazy. Going from place to place killing mobs. And looks like doing old outdated quests. Follow her for hours watching her lag around. Eventually, her character targets me. All of a sudden, she just logs off everything. Hasn't been back online in months. I opened a ticket concerned that her account had been hacked. I explained to the GM that I was her real-life friend, and I even posted her obituary in the ticket. He told me that the account hadn't been logged into from anywhere far away. In fact, it was logged in from the state she was from. Be 16 or 17. Chilling on laptop with window open. Beginning of school year, so pretty warm, which is why window was open. Talking to friend on Facebook. My bed, which I'm on, is right next to the window. Suddenly, hear extremely loud noise from what sounds like my yard. Room is on ground level next to yard. Noise sounds like a choir of screams in a fucking tin can. As I slam my window shut, my friend messages me. "Holy fuck, did you hear that?" Or something to that effect. Friend lived a good 15 minutes away, driving. Still fucking puzzling to this day. Be like 8. Be home alone. Watching cartoons in parents' bedroom on second floor cause bigger TV and couch. Hear noises. Ignore. Sounds of static intensify. What the fuck is that .jpg? Go downstairs. "Hello?" No answer. Oh well. Suddenly, loud screeching white static noise. "Help!" Shit pants. Realize my walkie-talkie from vacation is on. Scared to approach. Pick up talkie anyway. Other one is off and sitting here. They use channels to connect with each other. Channel 13. "Hello?" No answer at first. More static. "Hello?" It sounds like a recording of a plane crashing or a large ship sinking with someone in distress on a radio. Hear murderous scream of death. Fuck that shit. Turn off, take out batteries, and turn on every light in house. My face when someone in the middle of the ocean was dying while I watched Naruto. Me and my family lived in a haunted house for years, and no one really gave a shit at the time, for some reason. It spooks the hell out of me thinking back. A loud fucked up gurgling sound used to come from downstairs randomly. Parents assumed it was a refrigerator malfunctioning, but it literally never happened when anyone was downstairs. Extremely bright flashes of light used to shine through me and my sister's room at night. Sometimes it was reddish. Parents said it was probably car headlights, and even though we damn knew it wasn't remotely possible, we accepted it. Mom said she fell asleep exhausted on the couch in the living room, and woke up to see a 7-foot tall figure staring at her from the doorway, before it casually walked off. Dad said she probably was dreaming, but she insisted it was so vivid that it had to have happened. I think the fact that it didn't bother our parents much made it easier to accept, until we finally moved. But goddamn. 6 years ago, we would smoke out an abandoned, dilapidated house near our woods. 4 of us, we bring the Ouija board. They have met the entity before. Name's U2. Leader holding crystals, doing the ceremonial starting shit. Was high, just kinda lolling at the whole act. 2 fingers from left hand on the triangle, all of us had him. While he was doing the introduction, I blurted out my name. "Hello, my name is XX. Nice to meet you." Everyone stares at me silently. "You're not supposed to give him your name." Ha! Oops. Fast forward a bit as we ask him questions. Triangle moves around slowly towards letters. It moves slowly, but perfectly. The movement was tripping me out. It was interested in the host. We started asking why, or whatnot. It starts moving sporadically, not hitting letters, just whirling around shit, slowly. What's the matter? Why aren't you responding? It crawls over to my edge of the board and aims directly at my right elbow. I had rested my elbow on the board without knowing it, cause I was blasted to kingdom come. Left arm up. My bad. It goes back to marking letters. No one noticed my arm down. Not even I. But it did. You two noticed. Blew my mind in retrospect. Riding bike in woods near a park. Get really far from the group by taking the bike trails. Start getting a little worried, but I figure it's fine since it's near a park. Take a trail that's off the beaten path. Even get a sick feeling and slight regret. Go around the curve and ride down the trail. Notice to my right, maybe 6 feet away, a pedo-looking white man in his 40s is standing there with his hands up to grab me in an I gotcha pose and an extremely evil smile on his face. It's so over the top, it's almost like he was trying to prank me. But that doesn't make sense considering how far into the woods he was, and near a park with children. Feel my heart sink and I pedal away as fast as I possibly can. Like it's some sort of shitty movie, I almost run off the cliff of the curving trail and my front tire falls down. I have to pick it up, back up, and ride away again. Get the fuck out of there and go back to the group. Tell the parents, and nobody gives a shit. It never hit me how close I came to almost being raped or killed in the woods. It seems like such an impossibility that only happens to other kids. But one slip up, and my life could have been changed from that moment. Also, this story is absolutely real. It was almost cartoonish how sinister he managed to look. Scariest moment of my life. Be me, 12 years old, being adventurous, wanders to wood behind my house. After 10 minutes of walking, come across an old barn. Me being me, I go inside the barn. Come across old rusted tools and a chamber with a rusty lock after exploring inside. Finds a hammer with all the other rusted tools. Break shit open. Go inside chamber/mystery room. Find bloodstains on the walls, and a rotten decaying smell wafts up to my nose. Freaking the fuck out. Try to run back outside from the barn. Trips, falls onto a pile of fucking bones. Scared as fuck, noping the hell out of there. A week or so passes, and I haven't told anyone. Too scared to say shit. I go back into the woods, trying to find the barn again. It isn't where I found it. Wonder if it's all a dream, but I still remember it vividly to this fucking day. Still can't find the goddamn barn. So glad I can't. Wake up in the middle of the night. Can't move. There's a conversation going on in my room. Too scared to open eyes. Voices are talking about ghosts. I'm still scared, but beginning to drift back to sleep. Suddenly, I hear, "What about you, Anon? Do you believe in ghosts? Why don't you open your eyes and find out?" At this point, I'm shitting myself with fear. Voices start to giggle softly as I lose consciousness. I think I got so scared that I fainted while I was paralyzed. I had experienced sleep paralysis before, but it was the first time that I had hallucinations. I was young too and didn't understand what was happening. It was horrible. I just got done playing one of the most scariest video games ever. Now hear me out before saying, "Oh, he's probably just a friend that gets scared of everything." I don't get scared of video games or movies. I've played many survival horror games and seen many horror movies in my day. The only thing to make me just a tiny bit scared were some parts of Penumbra and Condemned. Everything else was just boring. This game was different. Very different. You aren't given any sort of backstory to the game at all. As soon as you press play, it throws you right into the game. However, I was able to piece together what the story basically is through finally beating this little brick shitter. Apparently, you're a madman. We're never given the name, but you can guess at what it is if you pay attention to the title screen. For some reason, you escaped from whatever mental hospital room you were hiding in. Now, the very horrid state of your mind has transformed the halls of the hospital into nothing but a pitch-black maze, with the only light being the walls, which glow a deathly blue. Your character is apparently some type of mad cannibal that you can barely control. You can force him to turn corners into the creepy hallway, but not much else can be done. Your character seems to grab at anything and try to eat it. Whatever is in front of him, he throws it into his mouth and munches it down. While playing the game, you're being chased by 4 hideous and fucking scary ghost monsters. You cannot hurt them at all, and to come even close to one is an instant death, in which the ghost latches onto you and rips you inside out, all while you hear the horrible deafening noise of your body being torn. You can, however, eat this odd object hidden in the maze, after which your character goes into an even more unstable state. You can literally eat the ghost monsters. Your character runs right up to them and devours them, only leaving their eyes. There isn't many words to describe how horrific and terrifying this game is, and I don't want to spoil the surprises for you. Just go ahead and try it for yourself. Google the word Pacman. You'll find it on the first search.